Roger Moore's debut as James Bond in Live and Let Die marked a significant shift in the portrayal of the iconic character. Unlike Sean Connery's more rugged and serious interpretation, Moore brought a lighter, more humorous touch to the role. This change was evident in the film's tone, which blended action with campy elements, reflecting the cultural shifts of the early 1970s. The film's plot, centered around voodoo and drug trafficking, introduced a more exotic and adventurous setting, showcasing locations like New Orleans and the Caribbean. Guy Hamilton's direction emphasized a blend of thrilling action sequences and witty dialogue, allowing Moore's charm to shine through. The film also featured a memorable theme song performed by Paul McCartney and Wings, which contributed to its popularity. With a box office gross of $161 million, Live and Let Die not only established Moore as Bond, but also set the stage for a new era in the franchise, characterized by a mix of humor and action that would define his tenure. The film takes a bold step away from the traditional Bond narrative by centering its story on drug trafficking rather than the usual plots aimed at global domination. This shift allows for a fresh perspective on the challenges of the time, reflecting real-world issues that resonate with audiences. Set against the vibrant backdrop of African-American cultural hubs, the film immerses viewers in the rich environments of Harlem, New Orleans, and the Caribbean islands. Each location is not just a setting, but a character in its own right, showcasing the unique cultural elements, music, and social dynamics of the era. In Harlem, the film captures the essence of the community, highlighting its struggles and triumphs. The streets are alive with the sounds of jazz and soul, creating an atmosphere that is both energetic and reflective. New Orleans adds another layer with its distinctive blend of cultures, where the influence of Creole and African traditions is palpable. The Caribbean islands serve as a picturesque yet dangerous playground, where the drug trade thrives amidst the beauty of the landscape. This cultural richness enhances the narrative, making it more than just a spy thriller. It becomes a commentary on the societal issues of the time, particularly the impact of drug trafficking on communities. By focusing on these cultural settings, the film not only entertains but also invites viewers to engage with the deeper themes of race, power, and survival in a changing world. The departure from conventional plots allows for a more nuanced exploration of the characters and their motivations, making Live and Let Die a significant entry in the Bond franchise. In Live and Let Die, several significant milestones were achieved that set it apart from previous Bond films. One of the most notable aspects was the introduction of a fictional country, which added a layer of intrigue and creativity to the storyline. This film also marked a pivotal moment in the Bond franchise, as it featured Bond committing a political assassination, a theme that had not been explored in earlier films. This shift in narrative direction reflected the changing political landscape of the early 1970s, and added depth to the character of James Bond, showcasing him as a more complex figure who was willing to engage in morally ambiguous actions for the sake of his mission. Interestingly, Q, the beloved gadget master known for providing Bond with an array of high-tech tools, was absent from this installment. Although he did not appear on screen, his presence was felt through a mention by Miss Moneypenny, which served as a reminder of the character's importance in the series. The absence of Q allowed the film to focus more on Bond's resourcefulness and adaptability in a world filled with danger and deception. This decision contributed to the film's unique tone and helped to differentiate it from its predecessors, making Live and Let Die a memorable entry in the Bond saga. Bond's romantic involvement with Rosie Carver, played by Gloria Hendry, adds a layer of complexity to the story. Rosie is an African-American woman who becomes a key ally for Bond as he navigates the dangerous world of espionage. Their relationship develops amidst the backdrop of intrigue and danger, showcasing a more diverse representation in the Bond series. The chemistry between them is palpable, and Rosie's character is portrayed as both strong and resourceful, contributing significantly to the plot. As the story unfolds, the murder of 3 British agents who were monitoring the activities of Dr. Kananga raises alarms at MI6. This prompts them to send Bond to New York to investigate further. The stakes are high, and Bond must rely on his skills and the support of Rosie to uncover the truth behind the sinister operations of Kananga. The film blends action, romance, and suspense, making it a memorable entry in the Bond franchise. The dynamic between Bond and Rosie not only serves to enhance the narrative, but also reflects the changing social landscape of the early 1970s, where representation and diversity began to take a more prominent role in cinema. Upon arriving in New Orleans, James Bond finds himself in a dangerous situation when his driver is suddenly killed. This shocking event sets off a chain of events that leads him to confront Mr. Big, a powerful gangster who operates a network of restaurants. Mr. Big is not just a criminal, he is a man with a sinister plan that involves the drug trade and a mysterious connection to the voodoo culture of the area. During this tense encounter, Bond learns more about Mr. Big's operations and the threat he poses. It is in this high-stakes environment that Bond meets Solitaire, a captivating tarot card reader. Solitaire possesses a unique gift. She can see into the future through her cards. Her abilities intrigue Bond, and he quickly realizes that she may hold the key to understanding Mr. Big's plans. The chemistry between Bond and Solitaire is palpable as they navigate the dangers surrounding them. Together, they must unravel the mysteries that bind them to Mr. Big and the dark world he controls. The tension escalates as Bond seeks to protect Solitaire while also pursuing his mission. Their first encounter is not just a meeting of two characters, it is the beginning of a partnership that will challenge both of them in ways they never expected. The stakes are high, and the danger is real as they delve deeper into the criminal underworld. Following Bond's investigation, he tracks Kananga back to the mysterious island of San Monique. There, he uncovers a hidden operation where Kananga is producing heroin, cleverly disguised and protected by the local fear of voodoo. This fear keeps the locals in line and allows Kananga to operate without interference. Bond realizes that the voodoo rituals are a facade, masking the true nature of Kananga's criminal activities. During his mission, Bond finds himself in a perilous situation at a crocodile farm. As he navigates through the dangerous terrain, he faces a terrifying escape from the jaws of the crocodiles. The tension escalates as Kananga's henchmen pursue him relentlessly. In a thrilling sequence, Bond manages to outsmart his pursuers, leaping into a motorboat. The chase that follows is intense, with Bond skillfully maneuvering through the waters, evading capture. The combination of danger, speed, and Bond's quick thinking creates a gripping scene that showcases his resourcefulness and determination to thwart Kananga's plans. Bond returns to the Caribbean, driven by urgency and determination to rescue Solitaire from a terrifying fate. She is to be sacrificed in a voodoo ritual orchestrated by the nefarious Kananga, who has sinister plans that threaten not only her life, but also the stability of the region. As Bond navigates the treacherous landscape filled with danger and deception, he relies on his skills and resourcefulness to infiltrate Kananga's lair. The tension builds as he confronts the dark forces at play, ultimately leading to a dramatic showdown. In a climactic moment, Bond uses a compressed gas bullet to eliminate Kananga, a move that showcases his ingenuity and lethal precision. However, the battle is not over yet. In the closing scene, Bond faces off against Kananga's remaining henchmen aboard a speeding train. The fight is intense, filled with action and suspense, culminating in Bond's decisive victory as he throws the henchmen out of the train window, ensuring that the threat is finally neutralized. The stakes were high, but Bond's bravery and quick thinking saved the day, leaving a lasting impact on the Caribbean landscape. Sean Connery made a significant decision when he turned down a staggering $550 million to reprise his role as James Bond. Despite this, he expressed his approval of Roger Moore as the ideal choice to take on the iconic character. This endorsement from Connery added a layer of credibility to Moore's portrayal in Live and Let Die. The film is also notable for its daring stunts, particularly one involving Ross Kananga, the owner of a crocodile farm. Kananga took on the challenge of performing a dangerous stunt himself, which earned him a hefty sum of $60,000. However, the stunt came at a cost. Kananga suffered a serious injury, requiring an astonishing 193 stitches due to the risks involved. Additionally, Roger Moore faced his own challenges during the filming, injuring himself while filming a thrilling boat chase scene. The combination of Connery's approval and the intense physical demands placed on the cast highlights the dedication and risks taken in the making of this classic Bond film. During the filming of Live and Let Die, both Roger Moore and Geoffrey Holder expressed their dislike for working with snakes. This discomfort was particularly evident during a memorable scene that involved a coffin filled with snakes. The sight of so many slithering creatures created a tense atmosphere on set, as both actors struggled to maintain their composure. The scene was meant to be thrilling, but the reality of being surrounded by snakes made it a challenging experience for them. In addition to the snake-related challenges, Madeline Smith faced her own difficulties while filming. She felt awkward during the bedroom scenes, largely due to the presence of Roger Moore's overprotective wife on set. This added pressure made it hard for her to fully engage in her role, as she was conscious of the scrutiny from Moore's spouse. The combination of these factors contributed to a unique filming experience, where the actors had to navigate both their personal discomforts and the dynamics of working in close quarters with one another. In the film Live and Let Die, a memorable scene features James Bond using a magnetic watch to unfasten the dress of Miss Caruso. To create this effect, the prop department cleverly employed a thin wire, allowing the audience to believe that Bond's watch had the power to unzip her dress. This innovative technique showcased the creativity and resourcefulness of the film's production team, adding a touch of intrigue to the scene. Additionally, the movie is well known for its theme song, performed by Paul McCartney and his band Wings. This iconic song became a defining element of the film, blending seamlessly with its adventurous spirit. However, there was a moment during production when the possibility arose to replace McCartney's version with a rendition sung by a black female artist. This change would have altered the film's musical landscape significantly, but ultimately, McCartney's version prevailed, solidifying its place in cinematic history. The combination of the magnetic watch scene and the unforgettable theme song contributed to the film's lasting legacy in the Bond series. The producers made a conscious decision to present Roger Moore's portrayal of James Bond as distinct from Sean Connery's iconic version. This shift included various changes in Bond's character and habits, one notable example being his choice of drink. Instead of the classic vodka martini, Moore's Bond preferred bourbon, which added a new layer to his personality and style. This decision reflected a broader aim to modernize the character and make him more relatable to contemporary audiences of the early 1970s. In Live and Let Die, the mission briefing takes place in Bond's flat, marking only the second time in the series that his apartment is featured. This setting allowed for a more intimate glimpse into Bond's life, showcasing his personal space and the lifestyle he leads as a secret agent. The choice to include his apartment in the film not only provided a backdrop for the unfolding drama, but also helped to humanize the character, making him more accessible to viewers. The combination of these elements contributed to a fresh take on the beloved character, setting the stage for Moore's tenure as Bond. Moore's portrayal of Bond in Live and Let Die marked a shift in the character's image, as he opted for cigars instead of the traditional cigarettes. This choice reflected a more sophisticated and suave demeanor, aligning with the film's overall tone. Additionally, Moore's decision to forego wearing a hat was notable, as it distinguished his version of Bond from previous portrayals. During the filming, Roger Moore kept a production diary, meticulously documenting the entire process from start to finish. This diary provided insights into the challenges and triumphs faced during the making of the film, capturing the essence of the production experience. However, not all moments were serious. Moore played a prank on his co-star Jane Seymour during lunch, which unexpectedly caused her to cry. This incident left Moore feeling regretful, as he did not intend to hurt her feelings. The lightheartedness of the prank contrasted sharply with the emotional aftermath, showcasing the complexities of on-set relationships. Principal photography for the movie took place in Louisiana, where the lush landscapes and vibrant culture provided a fitting backdrop for the film's adventurous narrative. The production team also ventured to Jamaica, capturing the island's stunning scenery, which added an exotic flair to the story. Pinewood Studios in the UK served as another key location, where various scenes were filmed to create the film's unique atmosphere. However, the filming process was not without its challenges. The producers faced significant safety concerns while shooting in Harlem, leading them to pay protection money to a local gang to ensure the crew's safety during production. This unusual arrangement highlighted the risks involved in making the film. When it was finally released in the United States in June 1973, Live and Let Die proved to be a massive success. The film grossed an impressive $161 million against a modest budget of $7 million, solidifying its place in the Bond franchise and showcasing the allure of the character to audiences worldwide. Live and Let Die, the 1973 entry in the James Bond franchise, marks a significant transition in the portrayal of the iconic character, with Roger Moore stepping into the role previously held by Sean Connery and George Lazenby. This film presents a blend of action, intrigue, and a touch of the supernatural, but it also raises questions about character depth and narrative coherence. Roger Moore's portrayal of Bond is both a highlight and a point of contention. He embodies the suave, charming Lothario that the character has become known for, but some critics argue that this version of Bond feels more like an archetype than a fully realized character. While Moore's charisma is undeniable, there is a sentiment that the film leans too heavily into superficial traits, leaving behind the complexity that earlier portrayals offered. This shift has its merits, as it allows for a lighter, more playful interpretation of Bond, but it also risks alienating viewers who prefer a more nuanced protagonist. The plot of Live and Let Die revolves around Bond's investigation into the mysterious deaths of three agents linked to a Caribbean diplomat, Dr. Kananga. The narrative takes Bond from New York to the fictional island of San Monique, where he encounters a series of colorful characters, including Solitaire, a tarot card reader played by Jane Seymour. However, the storytelling has been criticized for being convoluted and lacking clarity. The film's progression often feels disjointed, with key plot points introduced in a haphazard manner. For instance, the revelation of Kananga's plan to flood the U.S. with heroin is delivered in a rushed monologue, leaving viewers wanting a more engaging exploration of the antagonist's motivations. Yaphet Kotto's performance as Dr. Kananga stands out, as he brings a sense of fun and menace to the role. His ability to chew the scenery adds a layer of enjoyment to the film, contrasting with Seymour's portrayal of Solitaire, which some reviewers found lacking in energy. The chemistry between Bond and Solitaire is crucial to the narrative, yet it often feels underdeveloped, diminishing the stakes of their relationship. The action sequences in Live and Let Die are a mixed bag. The film features a memorable speedboat chase through the Louisiana bayous, which is well executed and thrilling. However, the introduction of Sheriff J.W. Pepper, a comedic character who appears late in the film, detracts from the intensity of the scene. Critics argue that the focus shifts away from Bond, who should be the central figure in these high-stakes moments. This decision to pivot to a secondary character for perspective undermines the emotional connection viewers have with Bond, leaving them feeling distance from the action. The climax of the film also raises concerns regarding pacing and urgency. The final confrontation with Kananga lacks a sense of impending danger, as there is no clear ticking clock driving Bond's actions. This absence of urgency diminishes the excitement of the finale, making it feel more like a routine task than a thrilling showdown. A more dynamic approach, where Bond races against time to thwart Kananga's plans, could have elevated the tension and engagement of the audience. In summary, Live and Let Die serves as a complex introduction to Roger Moore's tenure as James Bond. While it embraces a lighter tone and showcases some entertaining moments, it struggles with narrative coherence and character depth. The film's blend of action and intrigue is often overshadowed by its convoluted storytelling and the uneven portrayal of its characters. Despite these shortcomings, Moore's charm and Kotto's engaging performance provide enough entertainment to make it a noteworthy entry in the Bond series, albeit one that leaves viewers with mixed feelings about its execution. As the credits roll on this thrilling adventure, the world of Live and Let Die fades into the shadows, but the story doesn't end here. What became of the captivating cast that brought this iconic film to life? Each actor stepped off the screen and into their own unique journeys, filled with triumphs, challenges, and unexpected twists. From the suave charm of Roger Moore to the enigmatic presence of Yaphet Kotto, their lives unfolded in ways that might surprise you. Did they continue to chase the spotlight, or did they find solace in quieter pursuits? Some faced the harsh realities of fame, while others embraced new roles that showcased their incredible talents. Join us as we delve deeper into the lives of these remarkable individuals, exploring the paths they took after the cameras stopped rolling. Prepare for revelations that will change the way you view this classic film and its unforgettable stars. Jane Seymour's portrayal of Solitaire in the 1973 film Live and Let Die marked a significant moment in her career. As a tarot card reader with mystical powers, she embodied a character caught between love and danger, reflecting the film's themes of deception and fate. Her performance was both captivating and haunting, establishing her as a memorable Bond girl. However, the role also brought challenges, as she faced the pressures of being in the public eye and the expectations that came with such a high-profile project. After Live and Let Die, Seymour's career continued to flourish, but not without personal struggles. She faced a tumultuous marriage to actor Michael Attenborough, which ended in divorce. The split was painful, leading to a period of self-reflection and growth. Seymour also battled the stigma of being typecast in romantic roles, pushing her to seek diverse characters in television and film. In her personal life, she experienced hardships, including a difficult relationship with her mother, and the challenges of raising her children as a single parent. Despite these struggles, she found solace in her art, becoming a successful painter and author. In recent years, Seymour has remained active in the entertainment industry, participating in various projects and philanthropic efforts. As of now, she continues to inspire others with her resilience and creativity, proving that even in darkness, there is a path to light. David Hedison's portrayal of Felix Leiter in the 1973 film Live and Let Die marked a significant moment in the James Bond franchise. His character, a CIA agent, was a crucial ally to Bond, showcasing a blend of charm and resilience. Hedison's performance brought depth to Leiter, making him memorable in a series often dominated by its lead. The film's darker themes and exotic settings allowed Hedison to shine, yet the role also came with the weight of expectations from a franchise with a storied history. After Live and Let Die, Hedison's career continued with notable roles in television and film, including a prominent part in the series Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. However, his life was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of his first wife, who died from cancer. This event deeply affected him, leading to a period of introspection and solitude. Hedison also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, navigating the complexities of fame and the industry's demands. In later years, he remained active in acting, appearing in various projects, but he also embraced a quieter life. His last known public appearance was in 2015, where he reflected on his career and the impact of his roles. As of now, there are no recent updates on his life, leaving a sense of mystery surrounding his later years. The legacy of David Hedison endures, marked by his contributions to film and television, and the shadows of his personal struggles linger in the background of his storied career. Gloria Hendry's portrayal of Rosie in the 1973 film Live and Let Die marked a significant moment in cinema, as she became one of the first black women to play a leading role in a James Bond film. Rosie's character was complex, embodying both strength and vulnerability, which resonated with audiences. Hendry's performance was notable for its depth, showcasing her ability to navigate the dangerous world of espionage while maintaining a sense of agency. After Live and Let Die, Hendry faced challenges in her career. Despite her breakthrough role, she struggled to find similar opportunities in Hollywood, often being typecast. Her personal life was marked by hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to actor and director John McClane, which ended in divorce. Hendry also faced financial difficulties and battled against the industry's racial barriers, which limited her roles. In later years, she transitioned to television and appeared in various shows, but her presence in the industry diminished. As of the latest information, Hendry remains a figure of interest, occasionally attending film festivals and conventions, reflecting on her legacy in a changing industry. Her story is one of resilience, navigating the complexities of fame and personal strife in a challenging era. Madeline Smith played the role of the beautiful girl in the 1973 James Bond film Live and Let Die. Her character, a striking presence, captivated audiences with a blend of charm and allure, embodying the quintessential Bond girl. This role marked a significant moment in her career, showcasing her talent and beauty in a high-profile production. However, the film's success did not shield her from the darker aspects of fame. After Live and Let Die, Smith faced challenges in her career, struggling to find roles that matched her initial success. She appeared in various television shows and films, but none reached the same level of recognition. Her personal life was marked by turmoil, including a highly publicized relationship with actor and director David Frost, which ended in heartbreak. Smith also faced financial difficulties, leading to a period of instability. In later years, she distanced herself from the entertainment industry, seeking a quieter life. The last known information about her suggests she has remained out of the public eye, living a private life away from the spotlight. Her journey reflects the complexities of fame, revealing both the allure and the shadows that often accompany it. Yaphet Kotto's portrayal of Kananga in the 1973 film Live and Let Die marked a significant moment in his career. As the first African-American villain in a James Bond film, Kotto brought a complex depth to the character, blending charm with menace. His performance was both captivating and unsettling, challenging stereotypes and showcasing his range as an actor. This role opened doors for Kotto, but it also placed him in a spotlight that came with its own pressures. After Live and Let Die, Kotto's career continued to flourish with roles in films like Alien and television series such as Homicide: Life on the Street. However, his life was not without turmoil. Cotto faced personal hardships, including struggles with depression and the challenges of being a black actor in Hollywood during a time of limited opportunities. He was known for his outspoken nature, which sometimes led to conflicts with industry executives. In his later years, Cotto became a figure of intrigue, often sharing stories of his experiences in Hollywood. He passed away in March 2021, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. His life was a testament to resilience in the face of adversity, and his contributions to film and television remain significant. Lois Maxwell portrayed the iconic character of Miss Moneypenny in the 1973 James Bond film Live and Let Die. Her role as the witty and charming secretary to M, the head of MI6, showcased her ability to balance professionalism with a hint of flirtation. Maxwell's Moneypenny was a staple of the Bond series, embodying a blend of strength and vulnerability. Despite her limited screen time, she left a lasting impression, representing the often overlooked women in the espionage world. After her time as Moneypenny, Maxwell faced personal challenges. She struggled with a typecasting that often followed her iconic role, leading to fewer opportunities in film and television. In her later years, she dealt with financial difficulties, which forced her to sell her home. Maxwell also faced health issues, including a battle with cancer, which she fought with resilience. Despite these hardships, she remained a beloved figure among Bond fans. In her final years, she lived in Australia, where she continued to engage with her fans and reflect on her career. She passed away in 2007, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most memorable characters in the Bond franchise. Roger Moore stepped into the role of James Bond in the 1973 film Live and Let Die, bringing a unique charm and sophistication to the character. His portrayal marked a shift in the franchise, blending humor with the traditional action and intrigue. Moore's Bond was suave yet approachable, navigating a world filled with voodoo, drug lords, and treachery. This film set the tone for his tenure, which would last 7 films, showcasing his ability to balance light-hearted moments with the darker themes of espionage. After his time as Bond, Moore faced personal challenges. He dealt with the loss of his first wife, Dorothy Squires, which deeply affected him. His later marriage to Christina Thulstrup brought him happiness, but he also faced health issues, including a battle with cancer. Despite these hardships, he remained active in charity work, particularly for UNICEF, where he served as a goodwill ambassador. Moore's legacy is marked not only by his iconic role, but also by his resilience in the face of personal trials. His last public appearance was in 2016, shortly before his passing in 2017, leaving behind a complex and enduring legacy in film and philanthropy. Clifton James portrayed Sheriff J.W. Pepper in the 1973 film Live and Let Die, bringing a unique blend of humor and grit to the role. His character, a Louisiana sheriff, became memorable for his over-the-top personality and distinctive Southern drawl. James's performance added a layer of complexity to the film, showcasing a man caught between law enforcement and the chaos surrounding him. This role marked a significant point in his career, leading to a reprise of the character in The Man with the Golden Gun. After Live and Let Die, James faced personal and professional challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only as the comedic sidekick. His career included appearances in various television shows and films, but he battled with the pressures of fame. In the late 1970s, he faced financial difficulties, leading to a period of instability. James also dealt with personal hardships, including the loss of loved ones and health issues. In his later years, Clifton James found solace in quieter pursuits, reflecting on his life and career. He passed away in 2017, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumphs and struggles. His final years were spent away from the spotlight, a testament to the complexities of a life lived in the public eye. Bernard Lee portrayed the iconic role of M in the 1973 film Live and Let Die, marking a significant moment in the James Bond franchise. His portrayal of the stern and authoritative head of MI6 added depth to the character, embodying the complexities of espionage and leadership. Lee's performance was marked by a commanding presence, balancing the weight of responsibility with a subtle vulnerability that hinted at the darker aspects of the spy world. Beyond his role as M, Bernard Lee's career spanned several decades, with notable performances in British theater and film. However, his life was not without challenges. Lee faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of his wife, which deeply affected him. This loss led to a period of intense grief, impacting both his personal and professional life. Despite these struggles, he continued to work, often taking on roles that reflected his own experiences of loss and resilience. In his later years, Lee's health began to decline, and he passed away in 1981 from stomach cancer. His legacy as remains influential, and he is remembered for his contributions to cinema. The last known information about him highlights a man who, despite personal tragedies, left an indelible mark on the world of film and theater. Geoffrey Holder's portrayal of Baron Samedi in the 1973 film Live and Let Die is a striking embodiment of mystique and menace. His character, a voodoo priest, is both charismatic and sinister, bringing a unique blend of theatricality and depth to the role. Holder's towering presence and distinctive voice made him an unforgettable figure in the Bond franchise, representing the dark allure of the supernatural. This role marked a significant moment in his career, showcasing his talents beyond acting, as he was also a dancer, choreographer, and director. After Live and Let Die, Holder faced personal and professional challenges. He struggled with the pressures of fame and the typecasting that often followed his iconic role. Despite this, he continued to work in theater and television, earning acclaim for his performances in various productions. Holder also faced hardships, including the loss of his wife, which deeply affected him. He was known for his resilience, often channeling his experiences into his art. In his later years, Holder remained active in the arts, but health issues began to take a toll. He passed away in 2014, leaving behind a legacy marked by his unique contributions to film and theater. His life was a tapestry of triumphs and trials, reflecting the complexities of an artist who navigated the shadows of fame and personal loss. As we wrap up our look at Live and Let Die, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. This film marked a turning point for the James Bond series, introducing Roger Moore as the iconic spy and showcasing a blend of action, adventure, and a touch of the supernatural. The cast, including Yaphet Kotto and Jane Seymour, faced unique challenges in their careers, with Kotto breaking barriers as a leading black actor in Hollywood, and Seymour gaining fame for her role as Solitaire, which opened doors for her in the film industry. For many, this film was a childhood favorite, filled with thrilling moments and unforgettable scenes. Did you watch Live and Let Die when you were younger? What memories do you have connected to it? Perhaps it was a family movie night or a special moment shared with friends. We invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences help keep the spirit of this classic alive.